given me my wages because I gave my servant to my husband." So she called his name Issachar. And Leah conceived again, and she bore Jacob a sixth son. Then Leah said, "God has endowed me with a good endowment. Now my husband will honor me because I have borne him 6 sons." So she called his name Zebulun. Afterwards she bore a daughter and called her name Dinah. Then God remembered Rachel, and God listened to her and opened her womb. She conceived and bore a son, and said, "God has taken away my reproach." And she called his name Joseph, saying, "May the Lord add to me another son." As soon as Rachel had borne Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, "Send me away that I may go to my own home and country. Give me my wives and my children for whom I have served you, that I may go, for you know the service that I have given you." But Laban said to him, "If I have found favor in your sight, I have learned by divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you. Name your wages, and I will give it." Jacob said to him, "You yourself know how I have served you, and how your livestock has fared with me. For you had little before I came, and it has increased abundantly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I turned. But now when shall I provide for my own household also?" He said, "What shall I give you?" Jacob said, "You shall not give me anything. If you will do this for me, I will again pasture your flock and keep it. Let me pass through all your flock today, removing from it every speckled and spotted sheep, and every black lamb, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and they shall be my wages. So my honesty will answer for me later when you come to look into my wages with you. Every one that is not speckled and spotted among the goats and black among the lambs, if found with me, shall be counted stolen." Laban said, "Good, let it be as you have said." But that day Laban removed the male goats that were striped and spotted, and all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had white on it, and every lamb that was black, and put them in the charge of his sons. And he set a distance of 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob. And Jacob pastured the rest of Laban's flock. Then Jacob took fresh sticks of poplar and almond and plane trees, and peeled white streaks in them, exposing the white of the sticks. He set the sticks that he had peeled in front of the flocks in the troughs, that is, the watering places, where the flocks came to drink. And since they bred when they came to drink, the flocks bred in front of the sticks, and so the flocks brought forth striped, speckled, and spotted. And Jacob separated the lambs and set the faces of the flocks toward the striped and all the black in the flock of Laban. He put his own droves apart and did not put them with Laban's flock. Whenever the stronger of the flock were breeding, Jacob would lay the sticks in the troughs before the eyes of the flock, that they might breed among the sticks. But for the feebler of the flock, he would not lay them there. So the feebler would be Laban's, and the stronger Jacob's. Thus the man increased greatly and had large flocks, female servants and male servants, and camels and donkeys.
You can engage the legs and keep them tight and straight. That's fine. You have to bend them.
Chapter 31.
Let's go back to center with the
Now Jacob heard that the sons of Laban were saying, "Jacob has taken all that was our father's, and from what was our father's he has gained all this wealth." And Jacob saw that Laban did not regard him with favor as before. Then the Lord said to Jacob, "Return to the land of your fathers and to your kindred, and I will be with you." So Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah into the field where his flock was, and said to them, "I see that your father does not regard me with favor as he did before, but the God of my father has been with me. You know that I have served your father with all my strength, yet your father has cheated me and changed my wages 10 times. But God did not permit him to harm me. If he said, 'The spotted shall be your wages,' then all the flock bore spotted. And if he said, 'The striped shall be your wages,' then all the flock bore striped. Thus God has taken away the livestock of your father and given them to me. In the breeding season of the flock, I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream that the goats that mated with the flock were striped, spotted, and mottled. Then the angel of God said to me in the dream, 'Jacob,' and I said, 'Here I am.' And he said, 'Lift up your eyes and see, all the goats that mate with the flock are striped, spotted, and mottled. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I am the God of Bethel, where you anointed a pillar and made a vow to me. Now arise, go out from this land, and return to the land of your kindred.'
And
Then Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, "Is there any portion or inheritance left to us in our father's house? Are we not regarded by him as foreigners?
last one up.
For he has sold us, and he has indeed devoured our money.
Here we go. We're gonna do a waist.
All the wealth that God has taken away from our father belongs to us and to our children. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do."
You have to bend your knees here.
So Jacob arose and set his sons and his wives on camels. He drove away all his livestock, all his property that he had gained, the livestock in his possession that he had acquired in Paddan Aram, to go to the land of Canaan to his father Isaac. Laban had gone to shear his sheep, and Rachel stole her father's household gods. And Jacob tricked Laban the Aramean by not telling him that he intended to flee. He fled with all that he had and arose and crossed the Euphrates and set his face toward the hill country of Gilead.
The head's the last thing to come up.
When it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob had fled, he took his kinsman with him and pursued him for 7 days and followed close after him into the hill country of Gilead.
Hands about 6
But God came to Laban the Aramean in a dream by night and said to him, "Be careful not to say anything to Jacob, either good or bad." And Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the hill country, and Laban with his kinsmen pitched tents in the hill country of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, "What have you done that you have tricked me and driven away my daughters like captives of the sword? Why did you flee secretly and trick me and did not tell me, so that I might have sent you away with mirth and songs, with tambourine and lyre? And why did you not permit me to kiss my sons and my daughters farewell? Now you have done foolishly. It is in my power to do you harm. But the God of your father spoke to me last night, saying, 'Be careful not to say anything to Jacob, either good or bad.' And now you have gone away because you longed greatly for your father's house. But why did you steal my gods?" Jacob answered and said to Laban, "Because I was afraid, for I thought that you would take your daughters from me by force. Anyone with whom you find your gods shall not live. In the presence of our kinsmen, point out what I have that is yours and take it." Now Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen them. So Laban went into Jacob's tent and into Leah's tent and into the tent of the 2 female servants, but he did not find them. And he went out of Leah's tent and entered Rachel's. Now Rachel had taken the household gods and put them in the camel's saddle and sat on them. Laban felt all about the tent, but did not find them. And she said to her father, "Let not my lord be angry that I cannot rise before you, for the way of women is upon me." So he searched, but did not find the household gods. Then Jacob became angry and berated Laban. Jacob said to Laban, "What is my offense? What is my sin that you have hotly pursued me? For you have felt through all my goods. What have you found of all your household goods? Set it here before my kinsmen and your kinsmen, that they may decide between us two. These 20 years I have been with you. Your ewes and your female goats have not miscarried, and I have not eaten the rams of your flocks. What was torn by wild beasts I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of it myself. From my hand you required it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. There I was. By day the heat consumed me, and the cold by night, and my sleep fled from my eyes. These 20 years I have been in your house. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters and 6 years for your flock, and you have changed my wages 10 times. If the God of my father, the God of Abraham and the fear of Isaac, had not been on my side, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. God saw my affliction and the labor of my hands and rebuked you last night."
That's it.
Then Laban answered and said to Jacob, "The daughters are my daughters, the children are my children, the flocks are my flocks, and all that you see is mine. But what can I do this day for these my daughters or for their children whom they have borne? Come now, let us make a covenant, you and I, and let it be a witness between you and me." So Jacob took a stone and set it up as a pillar. And Jacob said to his kinsmen, "Gather stones." And they took stones and made a heap, and they ate there by the heap.
Looking good. Nice and straight.
Laban called it Jegar-Sahadutha, but Jacob called it Gilead.
Sean, you're looking good. Now, you feel that,
Laban
guys?
said, "This heap is a witness between you and me today."
15 reps here.
Therefore he named it Gilead and Mizpah, for he said, "The Lord watch between you and me when we are out of one another's sight. If you oppress my daughters, or if you take wives besides my daughters, although no one is with us, see, God is witness between you and me. Then Laban said to Jacob,
You guys are done?
see
Pop
this
off the
heap
other
and the
side.
pillar
Switch
which
the
I
feet,
have set
right
between
hand
you
on
and
the
me. This heap is a witness, and the pillar is a witness, that I will not pass over this heap to you, and you will not pass over this heap and this pillar to me to do harm.
Make sure to breathe.
The God of Abraham and the God of Nahor, the God of their father, judge between us.
But if you got a
So
shoulder issue,
Jacob
remember, you
swore
can
by
always
the
do a
fear
kick.
of his father
Like
Isaac,
this.
and Jacob offered a sacrifice in the hill country and called his kinsmen to eat bread.
Yeah, you guys
They ate bread and spent the night in the hill country.
Knees are bent, back is straight. You guys are
Early in
perfect.
the morning, Laban arose and kissed his grandchildren and his daughters and blessed them.
Sean,
Then Laban departed and returned home.
make sure to breathe. Get a few more left. Let's go. Here we go.
Chapter 32.
Finishing it off.
Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God
Last
met him.
one.
And when Jacob
Boom.
saw them, he said,
Let's clear the floor.
this is God's camp. So he called the name of that place
Starting in one corner.
Mahanaim.
Two in this direction.
And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the country of Edom, instructing them,
These are the ends.
thus you shall say to my lord Esau,
Left leg.
thus says your servant Jacob, I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, male servants, and female servants.
Boom. Make sure that knee's
I have
over
sent
the
to tell my lord in order that I may find favor in your sight.
Bam.
And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying,
See the form.
we came to your brother Esau, and he is coming to meet you,
Nice.
and there are 400 men with him.
Let's see going back.
Then Jacob was greatly afraid
Back.
and
Make sure how straight
distressed.
that leg is. It's
He
perfect.
divided the people who were with him and the flocks and herds and camels into two camps, thinking,
Head turn.
if
Last one.
Esau comes to the one camp and attacks it,
Straighten that back leg
then the
for me,
camp
Sean.
that
I
is
know what
left
you're
will
doing.
escape.
Big strong guy like you. Come
And
on.
Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who said to me, return to your country and to your kindred, that I may do you good.
Nice, you guys.
I am not worthy of the least of all the deeds of steadfast love and all the faithfulness that you have shown to your servant. For with only my staff I crossed this Jordan, and now I have become two camps.
Stand tall.
Please deliver me from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, that he may come and attack me, the mothers with the children. But you said, I will surely do you good, and make your offspring as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. So he stayed there that night, and from what he had with him he took a present for his brother Esau, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 milking camels and their calves, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 male donkeys. These he handed over to his servants, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, pass on ahead of me and put a space between drove and drove. He instructed the first, when Esau my brother meets you and asks you, to whom do you belong? Where are you going? And whose are these ahead of you? Then you shall say, they belong to your servant Jacob. They are a present sent to my lord Esau. And moreover, he is behind us. He likewise instructed the second and the third and all who followed the droves. You shall say the same thing to Esau when you find him. And you shall say, moreover, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he thought, I may appease him with the present that goes ahead of me, and afterward I shall see his face. Perhaps he will accept me.
Same as the first round.
So the present passed on ahead of him, and he himself stayed that night in the camp.
Not up and heads are not
The same
down.
night he arose and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 children, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok.
These guys are going to work
He took them and sent them across the stream, and everything else that he had. And Jacob was left alone.
We're almost there. Remember, 8
And
to
a man
15
wrestled with him until the breaking of the day.
15 here.
When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched his hip socket, and Jacob's hip was put out of joint as he wrestled with him. Then he said, let me go, for the day has broken. But Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. And he said to him,
Same position.
what is your name?
But we're going to
And he said, Jacob. Then he said, your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed. Then Jacob asked him, please tell me your name. But he said, why is it that you ask my name? And there he blessed him. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, saying, for I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered.
Lower back.
The sun rose upon him as he passed Penuel, limping because of his hip. Therefore, to this day, the people of Israel do not eat the sinew of the thigh that is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip on the sinew of the thigh.
Standard press. You can corkscrew it up and bring it down. You guys ready?
Chapter 33.
Like this. Knees are bent
And
still,
Jacob
back
lifted up his
straight.
eyes and
Chest
looked,
is
and
up.
behold, Esau was coming, and 400 men with him.
And straight.
So he divided the children among Leah and Rachel and the two
Just
female
like that,
servants.
that pace.
And he put the servants with their children in front,
It's the first
then Leah with her children,
program. 1, 2,
and
don't
Rachel
overdo it with the
and
legs.
Joseph last of all.
Pressure here on the shoulders.
He himself went on before them,
So just
bowing
wait
himself to
for
the
you.
ground 7 times until he came near to his brother.
Form, nice, you guys.
But Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell upon his neck and kissed him, and they wept.
It's looking good.
And when Esau lifted up his eyes and saw the women and children, he said, "Who are these with you?" Jacob said,
That's it.
"The
Perfect.
children whom God has graciously given your servant."
Okay, a few left.
Then the servants drew near, they and their children, and bowed down. Leah likewise and her children drew near and bowed down.
Right from here.
And last,
Get your
Joseph
weights.
and Rachel drew near, and they bowed down.
Now we're going to open arm curl.
Esau said,
In front of the other, knees are bent,
"What do you
chest
mean
is
by
up.
all this company
Open
that I
up those
met?"
hands off to the side.
Jacob answered,
And down.
"To find favor in the sight of my
Boom.
Lord."
Never lose your posture. Really
But Esau
important.
said,
Bend over.
"I have
Straighten the
enough,
arms
my
to the
brother.
bottom.
Keep what you
All
have
the
for
way
yourself."
forward. And then all the way
Jacob
forward.
said, "No, please, if I have found favor in your sight, then accept my present from my
Nice straight
hand.
arm. Perfect.
For I have seen your face, which is like seeing the face of God, and you have accepted me.
It's a great, great exercise.
Please accept my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough."
15 here, okay?
Thus he urged him, and he took it.
4 left.
Then
Here we
Esau
go.
said,
Finish 'em up with them.
"Let us journey on our way, and I will go ahead of you." But Jacob said to him, "My Lord knows that the children are frail, and that the nursing flocks and herds are a care to me.
Now you got 2 arm kickbacks.
If they are driven hard for one day, all the flocks will die.
Let's see what it looks like.
Let my Lord pass on ahead of his servant, and I will lead on slowly at the pace of the livestock that are ahead of me, and at the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord and see her."
Come back and pause it for
So Esau said,
Take it back.
"Let me leave with you some of the people who are with me."
Bam. Let's see.
But he said, "What need is there? Let me find favor in the sight of my Lord."
Backs are straight.
So Esau returned that day on his way to Seir.
Your shoulders.
But Jacob journeyed to Succoth, and built himself a house and made booths for his livestock. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth.
Also, remember,
And Jacob came safely to the land of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, on his way to Paddan Aram, and he camped before the city.
here we go.
And from the sons of Hamor, Shechem's father, he bought for 100 pieces of money the piece of land on which he had pitched his tent. There he erected an altar and called it El Elohe Israel.
Down, down. Last of round 2, we're going to do lunge, squat, counter.
Chapter 34.
Right leg first, just like the lunges, we're going to do
Now
squat.
Dinah, the daughter of Leah, whom she had borne to Jacob, went out to see the women of the land.
Knees over the ankle.
And when Shechem the son of Hamor the Hivite, the prince of the land, saw her, he seized her and lay with her
All
and
the way up,
humiliated her.
nice and tall at the top.
And his soul was drawn to Dinah, the daughter of Jacob.
Go left leg.
He loved the young woman and spoke tenderly to her.
And turn.
So Shechem spoke to his father Hamor, saying, "Get me this girl for my wife."
Here we go.
Now Jacob heard that he had defiled his daughter Dinah, but his sons were with his livestock in the field. So Jacob held his peace until they came.
Good.
And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out to Jacob to speak with him. The sons of Jacob had come in from the field as soon as they heard of it, and the men were indignant and very angry, because he had done an outrageous thing in Israel by lying with Jacob's daughter, for such a thing must not be done.
Come on
But
down.
Hamor spoke with them, saying,
Turn.
"The soul of my
All
son
right, last
Shechem
one,
longs
last
for your
time.
daughter.
Come on, bring it on.
Please
Big
give her to
lunge,
him to be
heel
his
down,
wife.
legs gotta be straight,
Make
really
marriages
forward,
with
three
us.
squats.
Give your daughters to us, and take our
So
daughters
stand
for
up nice and
yourselves.
tall every time.
You shall dwell with us, and the land shall be open to you. Dwell and trade in it, and get property in it."
At the end of round 2,
Shechem also said to her father and to her brothers,
so grab some water.
"Let me find favor in your eyes, and whatever you say to me I will give.
Starting out slow. 1,
Ask me
2.
for as great a
Take your
bride
time.
price and gift
Check
as you
your weights.
will,
Make sure you're not
and
lifting
I will
too
give
hard.
whatever you say to me.
And use that pause
Only
button
give
if
me
you
the
need
young
to
woman to be my wife."
Mm-hmm.
The sons of Jacob answered Shechem and his father Hamor deceitfully, because he had defiled their sister Dinah.
And we're going to do our quads first.
They said to them,
Grab the right ankle.
"We cannot do this thing to give our sister to one who is uncircumcised, for that would be a disgrace to us. Only on this condition will we agree with you. that you will become as we are by every male among you being
Let's
circumcised.
get that right hamstring.
Then we will give our daughters to you, and we will take your daughters to ourselves, and we will dwell with you and become one people.
Switch
But if you will not listen to us and be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and we will be gone. Their words pleased Hamor and Hamor's son Shechem. And the young man did not delay to do the thing because he delighted in Jacob's daughter. Now he was the most honored of all his father's house. So Hamor and his son Shechem came to the gate of their city and spoke to the men of their city, saying, These men are at peace with us. Let them dwell in the land and trade in it, for behold, the land is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters as wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only on this condition will the men agree to dwell with us to become one people, when every male among us is circumcised as they are circumcised. Will not their livestock, their property, and all their beasts be ours? Only let us agree with them, and they will dwell with us. And all who went out of the gate of his city listened to Hamor and his son Shechem, and every male was circumcised, all who went out of the gate of his city. On the third day, when they were sore, two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords and came against the city while it felt secure, and killed all the males. They killed Hamor and his son Shechem with the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went away. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and plundered the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their flocks and their herds, their donkeys, and whatever was in the city and in the field, all their wealth, all their little ones and their wives, all that was in the houses they captured and plundered. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, You have brought trouble on me by making me stink to the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites and the Perizzites. My numbers are few, and if they gather themselves against me and attack me, I shall be destroyed, both I and my household. But they said, Should he treat our sister like a prostitute?
Right leg straight, knees over the ankle, big back movement.
Chapter 35. God said to Jacob,
Remember, you guys,
Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there. Make an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau. So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, Put away the foreign gods that are among you and purify yourselves and change your garments. Then let us arise and go up to Bethel, so that I may make there an altar to the God who answers me in the day of my distress, and has been with me wherever I have gone. So they gave to Jacob all the foreign gods that they had, and the rings that were in their ears. Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree that was near Shechem. And as they journeyed, a terror from God fell upon the cities that were around them, so that they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. And Jacob came to Luz, that is Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all the people who were with him, and there he built an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there God had revealed himself to him when he fled from his brother. And Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried under an oak below Bethel. So he called its name Allon-Bacuth. God appeared to Jacob again when he came to Paddan Aram, and blessed him. And God said to him, Your name is Jacob. No longer shall your name be called Jacob, but Israel shall be your name. So he called his name Israel. And God said to him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall come from you, and kings shall come from your own body. The land that I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I will give to you, and I will give the land to your offspring after you. Then God went up from him in the place where he had spoken with him. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he had spoken with him, a pillar of stone. He poured out a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. So Jacob called the name of the place where God had spoken with him Bethel. Then they journeyed from Bethel. When they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel went into labor, and she had hard labor. And when her labor was at its hardest, the midwife said to her, Do not fear, for you have another son. And as her soul was departing, for she was dying, she called his name Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin. So Rachel died, and she was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. And Jacob set up a pillar over her tomb. It is the pillar of Rachel's tomb. tomb, which is there to this day.
Good. Everything's the same
Israel
little
journeyed
house.
on
Notice
and pitched
these
his
are always
tent
bent,
beyond the
back
Tower of
goes
Eder.
straight, chest is always up.
While
Eyes
Israel
forward,
lived in that
the great
land,
arm blast,
Reuben
really
went
shapes
and lay with
seven low,
Bilhah,
now we go
his
seven
father's
high. Ready, go
concubine,
seven high.
and Israel heard of it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn,
Make sure your knees are bent.
Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun.
Track that with man of
The sons of
resistance.
Rachel,
You feel it
Joseph,
starts
and
to
Benjamin.
Yeah,
The sons of
show up
Bilhah,
today.
Rachel's servant,
So good.
Dan and
Good.
Naphtali.
Now you do the full month.
The sons of
Let's go.
Zilpah,
All the way up.
Leah's servant,
Down.
Gad and Asher.
All the way up and down.
These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padanaram.
Nice.
And Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre, or Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had sojourned. Now the days of Isaac were 180 years, and Isaac breathed his last, and he died and was gathered to his people, old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him.
Scoot out so you can clear your back. Nice and deep. Don't overdo it.
Chapter 36.
Can't go down this slow, but don't worry.
These are the generations of Esau, that is Edom. Esau took his wives from the Canaanites. Ida, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, the sister of Nebaioth. And Ida bore to Esau Eliphaz. Basemath bore Reuel, and Aholibamah bore Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Then Esau took his wives, his sons, his daughters, and all the members of his household, his livestock, all his beasts, and all his property that he had acquired in the land of Canaan. He went into a land away from his brother Jacob, for their possessions were too great for them to dwell together. The land of their sojournings could not support them because of their livestock. So Esau settled in the hill country of Seir. Esau is Edom. These are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in the hill country of Seir.
Nice and tall.
These are the names of Esau's sons. Eliphaz, the son of Ida, the wife of Esau. Reuel, the son of Basemath, the wife of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah was a concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son. She bore Amalek to Eliphaz. These are the sons of Ida, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the sons of Basemath, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. She bore to Esau Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the chiefs of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau. The chiefs, Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These are the chiefs of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Ida. These are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son. The chiefs Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the chiefs of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Basemath, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Aholibamah, Esau's wife. The chiefs Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the chiefs born of Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, that is Edom, and these are their chiefs. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, the inhabitants of the land. Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishan, Ezer, and Dishan. These are the chiefs of the Horites, the sons of Seir in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Heman, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. These are the sons of Shobal, Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. These are the sons